In collaboration between Oulu University of Applied Sciences and Southern Utah University, welcome back to a series of videos examining the question, what do effective teachers do? This second video in the series addresses the question, what should my students be able to do intellectually, physically, and/or emotionally as a result of their learning? The intent of this video is to jumpstart discussions and reflective thinking about what it means to be an effective teacher. The video does not present all of the research regarding curriculum design and planning. The desired outcome of the video is that you will seek further learning opportunities through professional journals, within professional learning communities, in dialogue with faculty and teacher preparation programs, and your peers. A second purpose of the video is to demonstrate that teachers can produce videos using an iPad or tablet and an appropriate app. Oh, it's time to start planning the next course.
That's right, it is.
So, how do you go about planning your course?
I don't know, you just kind of start planning, putting things down on paper.
Do you start with day 1 and then go to day 2 and then day 3?
No, actually, I start with the intended learning outcomes, so what should have happened by the end of the course.
You start at the end and then work your way backwards?
Yeah, that's right.
So you know what your students should know, do, and probably believe about the content?
Yeah, and you have to tell them right away what you're trying to achieve with the whole course.
Do you also know how you're going to assess or evaluate, or
Yeah,
do you know
course.
that?
That's a big part of the process and happens along the way, and especially in the end they have to know have they reached the intended learning outcomes. So, and you have to tell that to students. Beforehand.
So you start your whole course knowing exactly where you're going to finish, and then you go backwards.
Yeah, that's right, backwards planning. That's what we do.
I like that idea. Backward design comes from the work of Jay Mateague and Grant Wiggins and is known as understanding by design. Develop students' learning outcomes with measurable goals. Start at the end. What should your students know and be able to do and believe about the content and their ability to use the new knowledge and skills when they've completed the course? How will you know that your students have achieved the intended student learning outcomes? What are your assessment and evaluation methods? As you begin planning your individual daily lessons, you might use the acronym WHERE, W-H-E-R-E. W stands for students knowing where they are heading, why they are heading there, what they know, where they might go wrong in the process, when they will use the knowledge and skill, and what is required of them. H stands for hooking the students on the topic of study. E stands for students exploring and experiencing ideas and being equipped with the necessary understanding to master the standards being taught. R stands for providing opportunities for students to rehearse, revise, and refine their work. E stands for student evaluation. As the master planner of the lesson, you know the first W of why, what, when, and where. It's equally important to know if your students have misconceptions about the material to be presented, or if they already know the material to be presented. This is where a skillful and effective teacher might combine the W and H together. You might ask your students to complete a KWL chart, 3 columns with the headings, what I know, what I would like to learn, and what I learned. The what I learned can be completed at the end of class time as the final E, evaluation or assessment. As the skillful and effective teacher, you'll look over the charts walking around. You'll know if your students already know the material or they have misconceptions that you can clear up. Being an effective teacher is not only what you do, but what you understand. You know and can teach your discipline, content, or subject, and you value human learning. You know how to engage and challenge students. You believe teaching matters and that your students can learn. It's time to enter the classroom and meet your students. How will you create a classroom where learning can occur? Resources for this video include Ken Bain's book, What the Best College Professors Do, 2004, Jay Mateague and Grant Wiggins' book, Understanding by Design, 1998. This video was produced on an iPad 3 with the app Explain Everything. The embedded video was produced using iMovie. Clip art is open domain. Landscape pictures are property of the video author. This video was created and produced by Dr. Deborah M. Hill, Fulbright Specialist, working with the IVET English Vocational Teacher Education Program at Oulu University of Applied Sciences in Oulu, Finland.